oh na ya jijatum sa because that has always been the business of the day Alaska until the bang and the way and then back to na ye bisa said the ekosui our parliament Brian Champon any that energy from parliament because the why you man that particular opportunity to go to so on my minister and when your minister no they can in same when you say money in Alaska there is tension that is brewing. Look at the electoral commission. Look at the sensitive nature of the electoral commission. Menyusu 2020 election as a case study happenings in court near my course so no certain factor coming to bear so say the integrity the credibility of the electoral commission was in doubt. It may not be universal like any OBR, but say even 10% of Ghanaians our doubt to cry, you doubted the credibility and the integrity of your friends easier. Alaska is very dangerous. Very well. So that is the atmosphere and people are looking at the way forward. And in the midst of this, you have a president and Nipa no the neighbor no is on record. Obia himself, this person is a non-party person. Yes, slipping into an electoral commission. The best thing you expect, say, such a person on his own. Academically, exposed or supposed to be a reasonable person, who say, oh no, because of me and me ties with the party, nipa beka, and as nipa make a minimum sabi, I'm more drawing. But he didn't did one yes argument. He has allowed himself a appointment, at the pin so Sebi or the electoral commission. So the question the ordinary Ghanaian will be asking then say, with these too many your friends party exposed individuals Akufo-Addo constantly is pushing them into the electoral commission, end of the day, say electoral commission at the results be bad, what will be the outcome? Ghana are they really going to take it in good faith, even though the election may be free and fair? Because of say I'm doubt the credibility of individuals are coming on board into whether the election is free or fair, people will not trust the outcome. And so what's not sub Africa has say, so what's it politics has say now women the electoral violence attend your friends saying countries into Alaska. There are a lot of graveyards in Africa. That graveyard because of electoral violence, because of electoral misunderstanding. Your friends say chaos are erupting out of election. Then as a forum. So the last thing anybody will do, especially Ghana, Makato, your history where we started from, how far we have come, and the fact that a lot of countries have been looking at us and then as a forum, Alaska. The last thing we will do is say you endanger the prospect of future elections. Put up set up reasons enough for people to reject, revolt and fight against the electoral outcome, especially going into an election where people have vowed that no longer is anybody going to court to settle dispute. So if there is misunderstanding,
over party opposition over 6 million people. No, Kacha said this time Ramin Kokota. I was saying,
Alaska. Now you see, that woman is so. You see, the belligerent posture of the electoral commission is so nauseating, so threatening, and very dangerous. Do you know why? You see, whether you like it or not, the NDC is a critical stakeholder in the Ghana's electoral process.
Very well.
So whatever be the reason, when another fracas, I get it out of IPAC and as a forum because they are critical stakeholder. Being critical, whichever way I'm talking about numbers, the MPP and the NDC, these are critical stakeholders. As a reasonable commission, the best thing you do after 2020 election is to go ahead to patch this broken trust.
To make amends.
That is what you do because you are not a party, you are not a war faction with anybody. That's what you do. But Alaska, this is a woman who find the need to go and pick toy parties headed by jokers.
Mushroom ones.
Toy parties headed by jokers, then you assemble them, say they are sitting at IPAC taking decision. And when you look at some of these parties, I don't know, so Alaska, you see, so but the business is whether you like it or not, it's going to be NDC in the MPP because they consider the majority.
That's right.
These toy parties and these jokers ah you don't require packing as a far I'm require yeah na ya more envelope Alaska the factor cannot do anything. So me where I'm sitting say NDC kwasa asem kwa na say bi omo kan as electoral commissioner me what I'll do is say for peace to prevail no I'll move in call both your friends to ensure say yeah addressing the issue say yeah peace ever prevail because as electoral commissioner referee no my main priority is say election am be abonten no will be accepted by both MPP and NDC and everybody because that is the only way tranquility I expect to prevail. But Alaska election yen komu kura no people have already taken stance against the electoral commission.
That's right.
People have they don't have trust and confidence, and in the midst of the unfolding mistrust, the president is appointing his party people into sensitive position because he's with a view that the election is not going to go well for him because of Abrababoni and Wabo in the last 6 years, 7 years to 8 years. And that Ghana na yawani mu nyamne ya na mama mfa man so na ya pacha o e ka mene yan o man no corruption no krono na sabi nsemhuna keka aje o man na fa. Ghana is no longer attractive. There are Ghanaians who are outside, they don't even feel proud to call themselves Ghanaians. Some have vowed never to come back. Meaning I told you a lady and she's in UK house or town because she doesn't see the needs of Ghana how FBM. Nisika or bank where you need the even before Sika and Chebiana Sans Bunue SRCC Alaska. So people are losing trust and confidence in the country. So state institutions and Nankasabi president has proven to be irresponsible. State institution will pick the pieces, the fragment in a good grounds, begin to mend together. But these are institutions who are rather pieces now, fragments, they are rather disintegrating the fragments.
But what do you think it's about time we do something with our constitution so that it doesn't give the president enough powers to be going around and then
Alaska, say constitutional review there can once more. You can because I say your current constitution way outlive several portions, outlive the usefulness and then the relevance. Because you see, constitution at the same nipa. Alaska, I know what you the your friends are Nokia 3210. I don't find
3310.
3310. The more abeje. Nipa call be show say one hekwa be bone ni so.
That's right.
Because they are iPhone aba, we aba, the way WhatsApp na say for sana constitution here. Time and they define at any point in time. So you cannot have a constitution written in 1992 and expect it to your friends saying address challenges you encounter in 2024. What does it?
That's right.
Significant portion of our 1992 constitution are very sick. We need to address them. I am not arguing for a whole say you jettison the entire constitution is not possible. Because once you jettison the constitution, it is the republic and why jettison it's not possible. But we need to review certain portions. Not powers now yeah president in us because me fear and say we see if you look at our constitution and you look at the amount of power ceded to a president. We are president to our part of the world, Alaska. Ubetimi me say ade ba kwa wuntimi nya no so baka se bia emma nkwa emma toilet so. That is the only thing you can do.
Sure.
So the constitution envisages say Alaska, whoever become president is the wisest person who is going to exercise the finest of discretion with the mind say the state is always in focus. So what if what the constitution envisage and you're wrong? Not a Ghana for to Obama say will be only answer. No banners or go the other way around. Don't you think say Ebuto be in danger?
Very well.
That is what we are going through.
Oh
yes.
So you mean you're talking about the amount be only answer?
Alaska, assembly here can let people sit home and analyze it. Alaska. That is what the constitution envisage. And by whatever be a sinando to me come be or go contrary to this particular thing. Alaska, you have a problem. And the constitution, no, you are amending, then other people who are supposed to also live up to and ensure, say, check and balances. Because I can't say, one of the frivolous things are, a course of parliament, and if you say, Binyan sign him, and there's a secret ballot in Omoyeno. Alaska democracy, you're quite him, baby, I do it, catch me. Nyansa be in the room say, secret ballot for the end, because, I am never scared making my views public or anything.
I am a 20 hour.
Now, no, I'm because I'm not a coward. The only thing that I have to do is to point to you why I'm voting. You should have a strong conviction to tell people, your constituent, let them know why you are voting for this. You must be a coward to go and hide behind a booth. No, I'm for maybe some say I didn't say national election. National election is different. I'm talking about election in parliament where people are voting on policy and as a for no. That particular thing, you are there for the people. Representing a group, the people must know who you are voting for.
Very well.
In the US and other places, people have their voting records and other stuff. What I say, Alaska, what should you say? Me kwa kwese booth achi. Who is here man? Enti na na abato na ya provocate him no. Let them rise. Nipa na and I say mobia hu nipa hu. They let the voting record be out there. Na ye hu when na tomano. Na Alaska. Yeah, blame MPs no because the system no allow that particular thing to happen. What I say? System no say am have security. Na security there, some met me dem pebia. So I know the day no. When you holding responsible. And then now you call ya economy crash down we. Ya the KT Hamon other jokers ya be PP so o man ya call down. When you holding responsible because we don't even know who voted for who apart from the speculations and other stuff. Alaska. So we have a huge responsibility and then total separation of powers. Me MP me sanye ya fa ne say
a minister
me say minister nyansa bia nim
because a constitution in actually so an amount of percentage must come from parliament.
And I'm telling you say maybe not relevant in 1992 because I feel that you grow the money to finance this and but Alaska nyansa for the yakomi should tell us say let us put a ceiling on the number of ministers 20 no one you can't appoint ministers above 20. Yes, Alaska, you can't appoint ministers above 20. Finito. Nobody is coming from parliament. Let them have, let that separation be there so that we'll be able to check in the nipa.
Okay.
What I say? And then you go back to the Supreme Court and put a ceiling on it. Like I told you, the Constitution, you know, emphasizes say, oh, President, remember be any answer. Oh, man, me dim kwasa sem se be osane fie for na nam for do mako gu Supreme Court. But what if Umko kunya sebi obi on there and you say on for nyansa nya adwuma no be sesa party for na se for like what we are going through now. Alaska. So let us cure that particular lacuna by ensuring say we put a cap on it. So going forward, whether the president who comes is a fool or he's a wise person, you know, that luxury will not be his discretion,
right,
to decide why and the power man. But Alaska and the last one. Obi bisa me question say, okay, Adentina, le friend is saying, 92.3. You see what parliament, you know.
Okay.
Akufo-Addo appointed nipa bebre and say, oh, na Adentina amanfo ni abre minority to minority. Na Akufo-Addo nene nkrofo no moto aba na Adentina amanfo ani mro mo so. Alaska. So the argument is say Oman amanfo ko delay so oman na yakoto aba de ma aban huna na sa aban hunu ni di nsem huna. Why would that burden of responsibility shift to the opposition and people will expect the minority to say and people will leave the government? Alaska. So what parliament was a certain burden of responsibility.
Sure.
That burden of responsibility is to ensure say we will do things right and just. So we better reflect the needs, the wishes and aspirations of the people who sent you there. So that particular responsibility, nobody can run away from it. Because and I'm not here. I mean, yes, say we out here, almost screaming. And we see drama. Me yes, say any Ghanaian expect Akufo-Addo to do anything because no, I say, sa not here. Yeah, Jano be Jano life a man. Nobody expect responsibility from him because he's a president without responsibility. Only being president is all that he desire, but being president without responsibility. So no. Ghana for condemn we say nothing better will come. Na German ambassador Kwabaka say be enim nyansa say beti. One fee or the oye. So his party is blocked. That is why that burden of responsibility has now shifted to the opposition. Say, okay, the alternative, do something for us. So if you go out there, now sir, burden of responsibility also the koshe car say ko GBB Alaska. Una ugu anima say.
Right. Live on the radio on 92.3. That was Ivan Che Innocent. And I'll take this sector to 21 minutes into 4 p.m. My main car say Halidu Sabo Healing Center Aya Biaya Yedi Akahamani Sunsumudi. na papa se nka ntwa se ni owachiri wiem oni twedi amponyankopo ena ala ekasa besie na tama obeti ali disabled healing center no na kai ofankodua akasiye na yebu no nso gina na se hwe wala wakubaro osi kamoduba na jeso da fan team keja abusia se ya wumewu se empo se ya waria egu se niam bi na nkoyi mfa man woto ye nto